Hi, welcome to Crochet Corner. My name is Juliet. I just wanted to introduce myself, and I wanted to start my channel off with a little video of some of the different tools and things that I use personally. There, of course, are many different tools and things out there that are available to use for crochet. I decided to start this channel just to hopefully bring something new and fresh to crocheting and to all my fellow crocheters out there. And I hope that you find this video very informational and find my channel fun and fresh and new. And thank you for watching, and I'm just going to get straight to showing you some of the tools and things that I use. Alright, so we're going to get started on some of the different tools that I personally use for crocheting. There's quite a few. Of course, your hooks are your most important that you need, hooks and yarn. The smallest hook that I have is a 3.25 millimeter, which is a size D hook. This is quite small, of course not the smallest. This is great for baby booties, doilies, things of that nature. They do, of course, if you want to get into crochet thread, they get quite a bit smaller. They can get almost as small as this, which is a embroidery needle. And I think they can get just a little bit smaller, but not much. The largest that I do have is a size N hook. This is quite large. It's not the biggest that they have. I think there's two more sizes that I'm aware of that's larger than this. The most commonly sized or used size in most crochet that I have found is a size H hook. It's a 5 millimeter hook. And this is the most commonly used size that I've found. I have found some projects call for an I, J, or a K, which is usually if you get up into like your Afghans and things like that, they'll use a little bit larger hook because it's a larger project. And then we also have stitch markers. These are not stitch markers commonly sold in your hobby craft stores or your sewing stores. I've made these. I just had some clay laying around and just made them from polymer clay. These are beaded stitch markers. I made these little handy stitch markers with each of the sizes of hooks on them. It's great for if you want to put a project to the side for a little while. You can just put this little guy on the side of your project and you'll know exactly what size hook you were using. It just has a little clasp on the end of it. Also, a tape measure is a great item to have. A lot of your projects that you'll see will call for a certain gauge, which is the equivalent of how many stitches per inch on your project, and a measuring tape is great to have so that you can get the right gauge on each of your projects. And the brand of hook that I use, I apologize, that's my little one in the background, is a Boyd brand hook, which is one of the more common brands, I believe. They're aluminum hooks. The smaller hooks, which are used for the crochet thread, are stainless steel, I believe. But these are great, inexpensive crochet hooks. They're very good. You can get them at any of your hobby craft stores, Walmart, anywhere like that. You can get a package of, I believe, 7 or 8 for like under 10 bucks. So they're very inexpensive, very good crochet hooks. And then also your embroidery or your yarn needle. You can also get these in your sewing department or where your crochet hooks are sold. They'll actually have what's called a yarn needle that has the bigger eye. You'll need one of those. And then scissors, of course. Of course, you can use regular scissors. These are just quite handy to have in your little kit. I've got a little box that I keep all my stuff in, so these fit very nicely in there. I found these at a leather shop for about $3. My husband's real big into leather working and things like that, and I just picked these up. I know there's a few of the crocheters on YouTube that sell ones similar to these. Bob Wilson 123, I believe she sells them on her website, and I believe there's a couple others. You can also get them in any of your hobby stores. They're between $6 and $10 depending on where you go at most places. And then of course we're going to move on to our yarn. But these are just the essentials. Oh, and I do have straight pins that I use for blocking my granny squares and things like that. And we'll get into blocking and stuff in a future video. But these are just a few of my personal things that I use for crocheting. And so I hope this helps. And we're going to move on to yarns, and I'll show you a few of the different kinds of yarns that are used. Okay, so we're on to our yarns. There's several different varieties of yarns that you can use. These are just a few that I've used in the past. We have, starting with one of the smaller ones, which is your sport weight or your sock yarn. You can also use this for different baby items like beanies and booties, different things like that. This also comes in great for making springtime scarves, different things like that, because it's very thin, lightweight, fairly soft. And then you have your Simply Soft by Kieron. And this, I believe it's half and half cotton, half acrylic. It could possibly be all acrylic. It's just a lot softer. It is quite a bit softer, and it's a little bit thinner than your 100% acrylic or worsted weight yarn. So this is great for doing shawls and different things like that. Very soft to the touch. Then you have your acrylic yarn, which is the most commonly used in most of your crocheting projects. Will be your worsted weight 100% acrylic yarn. Used for afghans, sweaters, different things like that. And then you have your cotton yarn. Cotton yarn is just a slight bit thinner than your acrylic, as you can see. Not a lot, just a little bit. Cotton yarn is great for like kitchen items, making kitchen towels, dishcloths, pot holders. There's obviously other uses for them. These are just uses that I have found that cotton yarn is great yarn to use for. And then you have your, this is bulky. There is a, I believe it's called chunky. That's probably twice as thick as this. This I've used for men's slippers. I made my husband a winter scarf out of it. He likes scarves on the heavier side. This is a great yarn to use for that. You can also make winter beanies out of it, different things of that nature, and this is one of your thicker yarns. So that's a few of the yarns, and we've gone over some of the tools, and I hope that this video has helped y'all out greatly on at least knowing some of the tools and the yarns that will be used in crocheting. And I will see you in the next video, and y'all have a great day.